This Equipment World video is brought to you by Phillips 66 Lubricants, keeping the world running smoothly.
Hey guys, what's going on? Wayne here. So look, Ford has been very busy, especially here in these first couple of months of 2021, but really over the last 12 months in general. And a lot of that work that they've been doing has really centered on this new F-150 lineup that they have created. Now, look, as I'm sure you're aware, back in June of last year, they did the first unveiling of this all-new 2021 F-150, and there is so much new about this new truck. There's a new exterior design, a new interior, a new hybrid powertrain option thanks to that new Power Boost engine, an integrated generator in the bed of these trucks, to power your power tools or your TVs or whatever else you might need to plug in back there. And that's, not even to mention the hands-free driving mode that they also introduced with these new trucks. It's a fully packed next generation pickup. So if you haven't already, be sure to check out our full video that goes over all the details on everything new and improved on these 2021 F-150s. But then right at the end of 2020, Ford also announced that it was expanding the availability of its off-road Tremor package to include this new 2021 F-150 lineup. So now you can take a new F-150, you can slap that Tremor off-road package on it in case you're somebody who, needs a little bit more off-road capability than the FX4 package currently offers. And if you're one of the folks out there where the new F-150 Tremor package doesn't quite meet your off-road needs, and maybe you are waiting for the next version of the F-150 Raptor, well, the wait is officially over. That's because today Ford just unveiled the newest version of its mega popular off-road pickup, and Ford says the truck has been completely redesigned, calling it the most capable Raptor that they have ever built. There's a new rear suspension design, there's bigger tires, of course there's more tech to talk about like always, and maybe most importantly, Ford has also confirmed the triumphant return of the V8 to the Raptor. So, let's get into it. Now, right here at the top, we're going to start briefly with a quick look at the new kind of exterior design, the new look of the 2021 Raptor. And you can pretty clearly see, now it still looks like a Raptor should look with that wide stance and that really unique kind of off-road styling that has really kind of led to the mass appeal of this truck. But at the same time, it looks new because you can pretty clearly see the influence of the new exterior design language that's found on all of the 2021 F-150 models. They all look just a little bit wider, and I think that what that kind of shows is the Raptor's influence on the design language across the whole lineup. So it really, more than anything, this new Raptor looks just more Raptor-y, if that's a thing. Ford says the front end on this 2021 Raptor has been completely rethought with a new power dome hood. You've got the blacked out grille design there, and a new lighting design that stretches fender to fender. That new hood is for more than just looks, though. Ford has actually implemented a new heat extractor into the hood, and they've added functional side vents at the top trailing edge of these new fenders. Now, moving around to the rear of the truck, you're going to find blacked out taillights and a design that really kind of continues that fender to fender kind of wide stance look of that new front end design. Of course, you're going to get steel bumpers on the front and the rear of this truck, and just under that front bumper is a new front skid plate that is actually wider than the one that was found on the 2019 model. Now, the new skid plate not only offers more side-to-side protection, but also more protection toward the front of the truck as well. But the most important changes that Ford has made to the Raptor for 2021 are really underneath the truck. So let's go ahead and move from that front skid plate toward the rear of the truck, where Ford has implemented an all-new suspension design. The 21 Raptor features Ford's new 5-link coil suspension. Now, what's important to note about that is that it replaces the leaf suspension that was found on the 2019 F-150 Raptor, and really every other F-150, both current and past, has had that leaf suspension. So really, this new 5-link coil suspension was specially made, specifically designed for this Raptor, and as of right now, it is exclusive to the 21 Raptor. Now, the coil springs found on the suspension are 24 inches long. That's good enough for what Ford says is the longest in this class of truck. The suspension has extra long trailing arms for better performance on rough terrain, but really just the fact that these coil spring designs incorporate a track bar, that means that you're going to get a better ride and better handling out of this setup anyway than you would with a leaf spring design kind of by default. However, beyond better ride and better handling, Ford says another improvement on this new Raptor, thanks thanks to this new suspension design, is that the new Raptor can actually put more torque to the rear wheels faster than before. Ford has actually designed the engine software on the 21 Raptor around kind of the new capabilities of the suspension, and it says the 2021 Raptor is quicker off the line, it's got faster acceleration, and better throttle responsiveness. Now, complementing this new 5-link suspension design are the largest shocks ever put on a Raptor. The new Fox internal bypass shocks are 3.1 inches in diameter, and more importantly, they're electronically controlled. Now look, the previous generation, the 2019 Raptor, also had these electronically controlled, Fox calls them live valve shocks, even though, as we said before, the 2019 version were a bit smaller. But basically the way they work is that they're just smarter about the amount of damping they provide in a given moment, in a given environment. Now, with this new Raptor, Ford has actually placed suspension height cylinders around the truck, and using those sensors, in addition to various other sensors that are placed around the truck, these shocks can actually adjust damping rates on the fly at up to 500 times per second at each corner of the truck. Basically, what this means is that this truck can respond to changes in the terrain faster in some instances than you can even perceive a change in the terrain yourself. Now, the 2021 Raptor will also be available with huge tires.
Before we get into that, I do want to take a quick second and talk to you about our sponsor for this video, Phillips 66 Lubricants. Moving piles of earth, extreme hot and cold conditions, obviously construction and mining are tough environments. They're run by tough machines, and those tough machines need the toughest lubricants available to protect them. Now, there are thousands of mining operations in the US, and 60% of them trust just one brand to keep their equipment going, and that is Phillips 66 Lubricants. Now, they've put thousands of hours into testing, and when you look at the results, it's pretty clear why so many operations put their trust in Phillips 66. Take Guardall ECT. It far outperforms the competition in wear protection and corrosion tests. So whatever you've got, graders, end loaders, dump trucks, Phillips 66 will protect it. Our thanks again to Phillips 66 Lubricants, keeping the world running smoothly.
You'll be able to outfit the truck's 17-inch wheels with 35 or 37-inch tires, which are the largest ever fitted to a production half-ton truck, according to Ford. Now, these tires are BF Goodrich all-terrain tires made specifically for the Raptor, and when the truck is wearing the 35-inch variants, you'll enjoy a full foot of ground clearance, a 31-degree approach angle, 23.9 degrees of departure angle, and a breakover angle of 22.7 degrees. Now, if you slap on the 37-inch tires, you will go up to 13.1 inches of ground clearance, 33 degrees of approach angle, 24.9 degrees of departure angle, and 24.4 degrees of breakover angle. Wheel travel with the 35-inch tires is 14 inches at the front and 15 inches at the rear. Impressively, all of the specs, ground clearance, breakover angle, departure angle, approach angle, all of these specs in relation to how the truck relates to the ground and obstacles are improved over the 2019 model. So, this new suspension and the addition of these larger tires make for a substantial upgrade. All right, so let's move on to engines, which I'm sure a lot of you are eager to do given the talk of a V8 at the top of the video. Well, it's a bit of a complicated story. Now, for starters, the 2021 Raptor will still come equipped with Ford's 3.5-liter EcoBoost high-output V6, the high-output variant of this 3.5-liter V6 that was found on the 2019 model as well. And you can expect around 500 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque out of that engine, and it is paired to Ford's 10-speed transmission. Now, Ford says max payload and max towing have both increased by 200 pounds on the new Raptor to 1,400 pounds of payload and 8,200 pounds of towing. But even with a little bit more oomph with the hauling and towing, there's probably a lot of you out there that are still pretty disappointed to hear that this V6 will still be the standard issue engine on the F-150 Raptor. A lot of folks just really miss the sound of that V8 engine. Well, Ford is trying to help in a couple of ways. First, they've put a new equal length exhaust system on the 2021 Raptor that, without getting too far into the weeds of the design of this thing, has a pass-through muffler design and delivers what Ford says is a throatier engine sound. Now, for those of you still skeptical, Ford actually provided audio of this new engine sound provided by this new exhaust system. So here's that audio. It's not bad. Plus, and I don't know how much of a feature this will actually be for a lot of you out there, especially those who are, particularly still upset about the loss of a V8 or the absence of a V8 on the Raptor. But with this new exhaust system comes new exhaust sound modes. There's quiet, normal, sport, and Baja. So you can actually kind of like choose the sound that you want coming out of this thing. But maybe even with this new exhaust system and the new sound modes, maybe you're still unhappy. Well, I do have good news for you. In the wake of Ford's unveiling of the 2021 Raptor, Jalopnik was actually the first to report that you will soon be able to equip a Raptor once again with a V8 engine. Again, Jalopnik was the first to report this, and then Ford actually later confirmed this news. So I've got a link to Jalopnik's coverage in the description below. Go check it out on their website as well. But Jalopnik says that Ford told them in a statement that a new Raptor R variant of the truck is coming in 2022, and that this Raptor R will be the Raptor with a V8 engine at its heart. Unfortunately, at the moment, that's really all of the details that we have on this new Raptor R variant, other than the fact that it seems likely that this will be the Raptor. There were rumors earlier in the year that the next generation of Raptor would be a real challenge to that ridiculously powered 700 horsepower Ram T-Rex that Ram unveiled last year. There were rumors that the new Raptor was really going to challenge it on horsepower and torque and everything. Well, this 2021 Raptor, at least this standard edition with the 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6 high output, doesn't look like that truck is really going to be the truck to do that. But this new Raptor R, with that R in the name, obviously racing is going to be kind of like the whole purpose behind that variant. It sounds like that might be the truck to actually challenge the T-Rex. Now, a few other notes on the 2021 Raptor. Because it is a 2021 F-150 at its heart, you will be able to spec this truck out with Ford's new 2 kilowatt onboard Pro Power generator in the bed. Now, the interior has a new 12-inch digital gauge cluster as standard, as well as a standard 12-inch center screen. The terrain management system, drive modes, and that trail control kind of off-road cruise control system, those are still there as they were in the past, though Ford has also added its Trail one-pedal drive as a standard feature. Now, this one pedal drive is essentially, it allows you to modulate your acceleration and your braking with just the accelerator pedal. Basically, you push the pedal down to move forward and you let go of it to brake. Plus, you'll also be getting over-the-air updates for the first time on Raptor, and Ford is also making a new 360-degree camera system, an available option on this truck, which should come in handy with navigating certain trails. All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap up our look here at the just unveiled 2021 F-150 Raptor. But we wanna know what you guys think. Let us know what you think of the possibility of that V8 returning in the new Raptor R, the new suspension design on these trucks, and maybe what are some of the things that you hope Ford kind of further carries over from these Raptor trucks into maybe some of the more standard F-150, kind of like they did with the Tremor package. It's nice that they're kind of sharing the off-road wealth, so to speak, at lower price points so everybody can kind of get in on this fun. And if you found this information useful, but specifically maybe in your next truck purchase, do us a favor and hit that like button below. It really helps our channel out. And if you want more coverage of pickup trucks, medium-duty trucks, and construction equipment, head on over to our website at equipmentworld.com, and while you're there, subscribe for our daily newsletter. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button below and be sure to click the bell as well. Turn on notifications so you're getting up-to-the-minute alerts whenever we drop a new video. Thank you guys for watching. We always appreciate your time. We'll see you in the next one.